Hi there, viewers, welcome back to the channel, Anime Insights. Today, we will be recapping the series WindBreaker. Let's dive in. Haruka Sakura is an odd-looking young man who has been mocked for his rebellious appearance his entire life. Because of his multicolored hair and eyes, the people around Sakura treat him like a delinquent, and over the years, he accepted that persona. He became known as the dangerous individual who would go around picking fights and getting into trouble. One day, Sakura notices a woman getting harassed by some street thugs, and he intervenes, saving the women and beating the thugs away. The woman is called Kotoha, and she works at a nearby cafe. She thanks Sakura for his help and even gives him a delicious meal. Sakura is surprised by her behavior. Usually, people are scared of him and cast him out. He isn't used to such kindness. Sakura tells Kotoha that he joined the Furin High School because he knows that place is full of scary delinquents like him. But the truth is far off from what Sakura thinks. When Sakura leaves the cafe, he finds the same thugs from before and they are terrorizing the neighborhood. Sakura steps in to teach them a lesson once more and beats them up, but he is overtaken when a thug tries to hurt Kotoha. That's when other students from the Furin school step in and help out the neighborhood. Sakura gets to learn that the school he is joining is full of students who help out the neighborhood and keep it safe. Even though these students are also rebellious and dangerous, they keep the neighbors safe and everyone actually likes them. Sakura cannot accept this fact and runs away while kicking the leader of the thugs in the face. Sakura ends up helping an old woman back to the cafe, and Kotoha once again praises him for his good behavior, much to his dismay. While Sakura enjoys another free meal, he meets a student from Furin called Nirei. Sakura finds Nirei to be quite different from the type of guys he would expect at Furin. Nirei is a little aloof and over the top. He seems likable and is also very excited about joining Furin. On the way back from the cafe, Sakura ends up helping Nirei, who is being bullied by a bunch of men who were harassing a woman. Nirei tried to stop them and ended up getting beaten up, but Sakura saves him. Nirei decides to become friendly towards Sakura, and the two of them go to school together. Nirei is glad to learn that he is in the same class as Sakura. However, there seems to be other dangerous boys in their class which Nirei is wary of. When they enter class, Sakura is expecting everyone to fight him, but instead, he is greeted by the other boys who commend him for his actions. But amongst the boys is another student called Sugishita, who immediately decides to attack Sakura. Sakura and Sugishita begin to fight, but before things can get too serious, Umemiya, the top leader at the school, speaks to the students through the intercom. He tells everyone to be nice to each other and to enjoy their youthful days. Sakura is shocked to learn that Furin's top leader is such a laid-back guy. He is also forced to shake hands with Sugishita and then goes on to attend his first class. Sakura is surprised to learn that the lessons at Furin are not traditional classes but patrol walks all over the town. He is led by Hiragi, a student who previously helped him with the thugs. Hiragi leads Nirei, Sakura, and the others through the town where they come across the border of the neighboring gang. They find one of their own, running away from the rival gang, and meet up with Togame, the second in command of the rival gang. Sakura almost gets into a fight with Togame, but the two back off. Hiragi and the others return back to Furin where they must report everything to Umemiya. Sakura is confused to find that Umemiya looks quite casual considering that he is the top leader of the school. Sakura meets Umemiya for the first time and is surprised to learn that the guy is not as hardcore or serious as he once thought. Instead, Umemiya is more concerned with his garden and vegetables. The boy who was found with the rival gang tells everyone what happened, and he reveals that he accidentally found himself in their territory when he tried to stop a shoplifter. Umemiya does not get angry, but is more understanding and caring. Their conversation is interrupted by the rival gang, Shishi Torin, appearing in front of the school. The leader of the gang, Tomiyama, wants to fight Umemiya, and both of the gangs gather as they confront each other. Tomiyama and Umemiya decide to fight each other while Sakura gets to fight Togame. The groups decide to hold a match where the victor will be decided. Later on, Sakura and the other Furin members gather at the cafe to relax and think of their next move. Sakura is excited to finally fight someone, and he is also intrigued to learn that Umemiya cares about Kotoha and that the cafe is their regular hangout spot. The following day, the Furin gang meets up with Shishi Torin. Tomiyama leads Umemiya and the rest within his territory, and they enter the place where the fighting will take place. The first fight is between Sugishita and a weak member of the Shishi Torin gang. Sugishita is able to take down his opponent with one punch and is easily able to secure victory. Next up is Suo and his opponent. Suo is also a strong and well-composed member of the Furin school, and he makes a complete mockery of his opponent. He ties with the other member and doesn't even let him land a single hit. It is clear that Suo is definitely going to win, and when Togame realizes that their gang is being humiliated, He tells the other member that he is no longer part of the gang. The boy is left defeated on the stage as Suo leaves, securing another victory for the Furin gang. Sakura is surprised at Suo's victory and wants to fight him as well one day. The next fight is between Hiragi and Sako. The two of them seem to have some sort of history, and Sako is determined to take down Hiragi no matter what. The fight begins, and the two of them demonstrate amazing skills that makes everyone in the arena stare in awe. Both of them are incredibly fast and strong. Sako manages to bring down Hiragi, and it seems like a loss for the Furin team, but Hiragi gets right back up and shows his true powers to Sako. There was a time when Sako was saved by Hiragi from bullies. Hiragi was the one who taught Sako how to fight, but their friendship turned sour when Hiragi decided to join Umemiya. Sako tries his best to win, but fails, and in the end, Hiragi is able to defeat him easily. The time arrives for Sakura to go against Togame. The two of them seem to be evenly matched, but Togame is clearly faster, and Sakura seems to be having a hard time keeping up. Still, Sakura manages to engage in an intense fight and even lands a few hits, but his words about power make Togame angry, and he delivers a devastating blow to Sakura. Nirei and the others watch on and worry as Sakura is brought down, but he gets right back up more charged than before. Sakura becomes even more fierce and fights Togame with everything that he's got, but he still gets beaten down and has trouble breathing. Togame does not like that. Sakura looks down on his rival gang's philosophy of power, but Sakura tells him that the Shishi Torin gang is just a bully club. This causes Togame to leave the fight midway and beat up the previous two members who lost. Togame recalls how Tomiya used to be a fun-loving and outgoing person, but after becoming the leader, he became more prone to violence and did not tolerate anyone weak. That is when Togame decided to take on the more strict position in the gang, so that Tomiyama would retain his childlike wonder. Togame gets back to fighting Sakura, but his moves are not as ferocious as before, which Sakura notices. Sakura realizes that Togame is not fighting him seriously anymore, which makes him feel angry. He tells Togame that his attitude is not right and goes all in. Sakura does not hold back and attacks Togame with full force. His words make Togame realize that he needs to fight seriously as well, and he decides to take a more powerful stance. This time, the fight between the two is even more intense and dangerous, but they also seem to be enjoying themselves. In the end, the two of them move in to punch each other, but Togame completely misses his mark, allowing Sakura to win. Sakura is once again angry that Togame would let him win, but Tomiyama enters the stage and is ready to fight Umemiya. Togame tries to calm down Tomiyama, but he is violently pushed away, which makes Sakura angry, and he is about to punch Tomiyama, but Umemiya stops him. The fight between the two leaders begins, and Tomiyama is incredibly reckless with his fighting, but also fast and powerful. However, Umemiya is determined. Umemiya tells Tomiyama that his hits are not strong because he is fighting for nothing. Tomiyama continues to beat up Umemiya, while his opponent keeps telling him how empty and reckless he has become. Tomiyama's attacks have no effect on Umemiya, even though the boy is very angry and trying to fight with all of his strength. Tomiyama ends up punching Umemiya continuously, but only spirals out of control. Umemiya hits him one last time and finally brings down Tomiyama. During this time, Tomiyama recalls how once he became the leader, all of the joy in his life vanished, and he wants to return to the carefree days of hanging out with his gang. Togame tries to help Tomiyama, and the two boys have a moment where they share how awful they felt about losing themselves and turning the gang into a violent one. Tomiyama admits defeat to Umemiya and tries to give him his entire gang, but Umemiya refuses. Instead, he wants everyone to become good friends. After settling things down, Umemiya prepares a small feast for Togame and Tomiyama. Sakura is still confused why someone would eat with their enemy like that, but in the end, he ends up patching things with Togame. The group then heads back to the cafe, where Sakura feels awkward and he tries to leave, but Umemiya stops him. He wants to know about Sakura's fight and wonders if he learned anything about Togame. Umemiya believes that fighting is a form of communication and that Sakura managed to learn more about Togame through their fight. Even though Sakura does not want to accept it, he does believe that his fight was meaningful. Sakura becomes friends with Tsuge, a boy from his class who is famous for his strength. The group end up going to a restaurant where they meet Kiryu, another student from their class. Kiryu gets into trouble by saving a girl from shady men. The group surround the Furin students and end up getting beaten up by Sakura and the others. In the end, Sakura manages to make more friends and is even nominated to become the grade captain of their class. Everyone vouches for Sakura to become the grade captain, and he takes on the responsibility, although he is reluctant and scared. For his first task, Sakura goes on a patrol with another grade captain, Kaji, and his friends. They run into an old lady who has lost her cat. Sakura tries his best to grab the cat, but Kaji catches it first. Sakura wonders if he is truly up for the job, and even Kotoha tries to cheer him up. Things only get more complicated when Sakura is called in for a meeting with Umemiya and has to learn the names of countless other captains and Furin leaders. Sakura gets to see the other heads of Furin, and Umemiya encourages the new leaders to do their best. After the meeting, Sakura and the others find Anzai, a classmate who has been badly beaten. Apparently, Anzai has gotten into some trouble with a dangerous group called Keel. Sakura wants to know more, but Anzai refuses. This compels Sakura to speak to Anzai's friend, who informs him that their childhood friend Nagato has become a thug, and they want to save him. The next day, Anzai receives a picture of a badly beaten Anzai, and he quickly runs to help his friend, but Sakura stops him. He tells Anzai that he wants to help out as well. In fact, the entire class is ready to take on Keel for Anzai's sake. The group then heads to the location, led by Sakura himself. Well, that's a wrap for Season 1 of the series WindBreaker. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more content.